going to start just having a lay down onto your mat. Can you still hear me? Yeah, cool. So we're just going to have a lay down onto your mat. You're going to have a nice long spinal position. You want to think about having that tiny little gap under your low back. Enough space just to fit a little butterfly under that. While that's fly away, you're letting it squish. We're just going to gently, we're going to be nice and light through the collarbones. Shoulder blades gliding down your back. Hands stretching towards your feet. And your back legs are all going to be connected to the mat. So we're just going to start just with some gentle leg lifts. So what we'll do is we're just going to gently float one leg up into a tabletop position and then slowly take it back down. So we're going to exhale and scoop, slowly loosen that leg up and then inhaling as we slowly take it back down. I just want you to concentrate on making sure that there's no shifting with anything as you put that leg up and as it comes back down. So we're keeping the same lower back position. We're digging deep to those abdominals and just slowly floating up and down. So you want to make sure that there's no rotation within those hips. We'll go for 3 more here and then we're going to swap sides. So exhale and scoop as we lift. Inhale as we come back down. Last 2 on your side. And floating the leg back down. Final one. So we're just going to lower that right foot back onto the mat. And then without anything shifting, we're just going to slowly bring up that left leg. So slowly floating to the left. Inhale as we lower. And then exhale as we float it back up. So I want you to think about digging deep through those abdominals and really concentrate on making sure that you're not rolling forward and back with the hip. So we're here for 5 more on this side. Exhale as we scoop and lift. Inhale as we lower. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last one. So as we lower that left foot down, what we're going to do is we're going to alternate sides. So without anything shifting, we're slowly going to float up our right leg, slowly lower it back down, and then slowly lift up our left leg. So nice and slow. As you place that foot down, I want you to be very aware of making sure that there's no rotation through those hips. We're keeping that little gap onto the lower back and keeping a nice regular breathing rhythm. Alright, we're here for 5 more each side. Inhale as we lower, exhale as we lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. We've got 4 more each. We've got 3 more each side. And you can just use those hands just on top of your pelvis, just to feel to make sure that those hip bones aren't rolling forward and back with each movement. We've got 2 more on each side. And lower. And last one. Letting up the left leg, slowly lower it back down, and then bring up the right leg. Alright. So we're just going to float that left leg up one more time. And now we're going to go, as we lower the left leg, we're going to move the right leg up. And then it's alternating sides. So with this one, we shouldn't feel any tension in the lower back. So digging deep through those abdominals, keeping a regular breathing rhythm, and making sure that there's no rotation in that space. So your arms should be sliding down your mat, collarbones nice and wide, neck is nice and relaxed and long. We've got 4 more each side. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Alright, and just taking right legs down. And just give your knees a hugging for a moment. We're going to lengthen those arms back out long and place those feet back onto the mat. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our right leg into tabletop, and then our left leg's going to come up to join. So we're going to run through that same sequence we just did, except this time we're going to be in a tabletop position. So we're going to exhale through to slowly lower our right leg down to the mat. And then inhale to bring that leg back up. So we're going to keep just on this one side. And I want you to be very mindful that you keep nice and long through your spine. The only thing that should be moving is that leg. I want you to think nice and deep through those abdominals to help keep that pelvis nice and steady. We've got 5 more on this side. So there should be no tension in your lower back with this one. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Bring that right leg back up and onto the left leg this time. So we're slowly going to lower that left leg down, toe tips on that, and then slowly bring it back up. Keeping nice and long through the spine. Making sure that there's no shifting through those hips. That leg that's in the air should stay nice and still. So the knee will be above the hip. We've got our last 5 on this side. So we're going nice and slow. If you feel like you're starting to get a little bit of tension in your lower back, you can just do little baby tips for that leg. You don't have to go all the way down to the ground. We've got our last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Bringing that left leg back up. Alright, so we're going to go for alternating slides this time. So we're going to slowly lower down our right leg. Slowly float it back up. Then our left leg. Slowly lowering down and slowly floating back up. So alternating slides, you should start to feel a little bit of a warming up in your lower tummy. I want you to be mindful that you're not holding your breath as you do these exercises. And that you're not feeling that shift under your lower back. So you should still have that tiny little gap under there. With your abdominals, we want to make sure that we're not squeezing them out. So we need to make sure that we're gently scooping in. We've got 4 more each side. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1 each side. And last 1 left. Alright. We're going to speed it up just a little bit. So now what we're going to do is slowly lower our right leg down. As we bring up our right leg, we're going to lower our left. And swap. So it's still going to be nice and slow. I just want you to make sure that you're not putting that tension in your lower back. So if you feel like you're starting to feel that there, you can just do little baby taps. Otherwise, if you can maintain that abdominal connection, you can move through the full range. We've got our last 3 each side. Last 2. And last 1. And then just bringing those knees into the chest, just having a little bump there. Have a little rock from side to side if that feels good. From here, we're just going to put our heels just nice and close to your bottom. And you just kind of have them close enough for your fingertips to reach the end of the heel. From here, we're going to go into a pelvic curl. So we're going to take a breath into prepare. As you exhale, you're going to tuck your tail under, scoop into the belly, and slowly get through your spine into a bridge. We're going to inhale at the top, and then exhale as we lengthen out through the spine. Getting as much space between each vertebra, and then releasing at the bottom. So we will breath into prepare as you exhale, scoop in, squeezing through the backs of the legs, squeeze at the bottom, lengthening out through the spine. When you get to the top, I want you to make sure that you're not lifting your hip bones up too high. You just want to have a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. And then slowly coming back down. Exhale as you scoop and lift. Inhale at the top, and then exhale as you lengthen and come back down. So with these ones, guys, I want you to concentrate on making sure that your hips aren't rolling from side to side. We want to make sure that you're pressing evenly through both feet. So you're going to have pressure through equally through both feet, pushing through the heel. As as well as pushing through your big toe. We want to make sure that both knees are pointing straight up to the sky. Last 3 here, and we're going to hold it at the top. Exhale as we come back. Last 2. And lengthen as we come back. Right. And our last one, rise, we're going to hold our bridge at the top. From here, what we're going to do is we're just going to float that leg into the table. Keeping nice and steady through the hips. We're slowly going to tap that leg down to the ground and then bring it back up. So we're here for 4 more. Slowly bring it down and then bring it back up. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. So we're going to place that left leg on the ground. And without anything shifting, we're slowly going to put our right leg up into table. So we do the 5. So we exhale and then bring it back up. Keeping that length to the lower back, but we're going to make sure that you're just keeping that belt buckle chin. Make sure we're not overextending through the spine. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. So as we place our right foot down this time, guys, we're going to slowly float up our left leg. We're slowly going to take it back down and we're going to bring up our other leg. So we're going for a march. What we're looking for here is to make sure that everything's staying nice and still. So either dig deep through those abdominals or we're squeezing through the backs of the legs, squeezing through the bottom. We've got 4 more. Making sure that we're keeping a nice regular breathing rhythm. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Right, just placing that right foot back down. We're going to bring our left leg up into tabletop. And we're going to slowly lower the hips down. So we're going into single leg bridges. So we're going to exhale and scoot. Lifting the hips up. And inhale at the top. And then exhale as we lengthen back down. Keeping both hip bones nice and level. Exhale and scoot as we lift. Inhale at the top. And then exhale as we lengthen out and come back down. Nice and slow. Last 3. Inhale at the top. And then exhale as we lengthen and come back down. Last 2. And slowly coming back down. Last 1. We're just going to hold it at the top. We're going to slowly lower that left leg down. We're slowly going to float that right leg up. And then we're going to slowly pull the spine back down. And this is nice and level. So single leg bridges on the left side. Exhale and scoop as we lift. Inhale at the top. And then exhale as we lengthen and we come back down. Exhale as we scoop and lift. Inhale at the top. And then exhale as we lengthen and come back down. We've got our last 3 on this side. And then slowly bring it back down. Just focusing on keeping those 2 bones nice and level. And then lengthening and come back down. We've got last 2. Exhale and scoop. Inhale at the top. And then exhale as we lengthen and come back down. Last 1. We're going to hold at the top. We're going to lower that right foot down. And then we're just going to slowly lower the hips back down. At the bottom, you can just swap into those knees and just a little bit of hugging. Beautiful, that guys. All right. So we're going to come into a side lie position. So from here, we're just going to lengthen out our legs. We're going to have our hips stacked, our shoulders stacked, and we're going to have a very long line all the way from your hands through to your feet. So you can place your hands either just in front of you for a bit of support, or you can place your hand on top of your hip bones just for feedback to feel to make sure that your hips aren't going forward and back. But where we're going from here is we're just going to go into some double leg lifts. So what we're going to do is we're slowly going to lift the legs up together, reaching them away from the body, and then slowly bringing them back down. So Exhaling as we lift and lengthen, and then slowly come back down. So we want to think about almost like you're lifting from your bottom waist as you do these ones. And think about, rather than trying to get height with the legs, but like your legs are getting pulled away from you, so they're getting stretched away. So exhaling and lift and lengthen, and inhale to come back down. As you're doing this exercise, we want to make sure if you're starting to feel it in the side or your lower back, it could be that we're not lifting enough through the middle, or that you're starting to roll forward and backward with the hips. So really concentrate on keeping those hips stacked. We've got 2 more here. Last one, and then bring the legs back down. So we're just going to hover both legs off the mat, just so that your feet are in line with your hips. And from here, we're going to go into some single leg raises. So we're going to take our top leg up and then lower it back down. So exhale as we lift, inhale as we lower, keeping scooped in through the middle. So as I talked about at the start, when you're laying on your back, you put your little butterflies in the small of your lower back. When you're laying on your side, they're going to be in your waist. So we want to make sure that you've got a bit of space underneath your waist, under the mat. We've got 5 more. So exhale and scoop as we lift. Inhale as we bring it back down. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Just having a little breather there for a tick. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to hover those legs up again. This time we're going to lift both legs up. So we're going to keep the top leg up, and this time the bottom leg is going to lower and lift. So we're taking the bottom leg to the mat and then lifting it to reach the top leg. Slowly lower down and then slowly lift up. So we're keeping nice and long through the spine. We want to make sure we're not crunching through the middle. With your feet, I want you to make sure that they're not starting to point inwards. So keep your toes pointed. We've got our last 5. Last 4. Exhale as a stoop. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. All right, we're just going to bend those knees in now. We're going to keep that lengthened position through the spine. And we're going to go into some planks. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bring your heels so that they're in line with your hips and shoulders. And we're going to have our knees bent at 30 degrees. So from here, we're going to keep that lift through the waist, length through the lower back. We're going to keep our heels tight, and we're just slowly going to squeeze that knee up and then slowly bring it back down. So keeping the heels nice and tight, we're just slowly lifting our femur up and down. So squeezing the knee up and then slowly coming back down. So we should start to feel a little bit of a warming up into the corner of your bottom. Keeping those hips stacked and keeping the shoulders stacked. As much length through your waist as possible. So we've got those little butterflies underneath there. We've got our last 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, from here, we're going to keep our same position. We're just going to bring that top knee in front. We're going to lift the thigh bone up, take it back behind, lower it down, and bring it back through. So we're going for some circles. We want to think about keeping your ankle the same height as the knee or just below. So the ankle doesn't lead the way. Think about leading with the knee. So back and around. So we're going to draw the biggest circles which you can control without your hips rolling forward and back. All right. So as we come forward, I want you to think about scooping in through the middle, then lifting up, coming from the back of the hip, taking the leg back behind, and then bring it back in front. We've got our last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and last 1. All right, we're just going to reverse that now. So we're going to take the leg behind, up, bring it around in front, and bring it back down. So behind, up, and around. Keeping those hip bones nice and level, keeping scooped in through the middle, and the hips remain stacked. So I don't mind how small your circles are, as long as your hips are staying in the same position. We've got our last 5 in this direction, last 4, last 3, last 2, and last 1. Beautiful work. Just resting that leg down for just a moment. We're just going to come into a pop up onto our forearm. We're going to have our knees bent, and we're going to go into some side planks. So we're going to make sure we're not crunching through the lower back. We're going to go for 5, and we've got 10-second holds. So we're going 3, 2, and 1. We're just going to lift those hips up. We're going to keep our hips stacked, nice and strong underneath the armpit, keeping nice and stable through that top shoulder. 3, 2, 1, and back down. All right, round 2. Let's come up again. So lifting through the waist. For added intensity, we can stretch both legs out. Otherwise, you can keep those legs in that bent position. We got 3, 2, 1, and then come back down. And again, so round number 3. So lengthening through that spine. We want to make sure that we're not lifting up into a big bend. We just want to keep that nice long position. 3, 2, 1, and then back down. We've got 2 to go. And back up. So keeping nice and tight through the middle, nice and strong through that armpit, keeping the neck nice and long. 3, 2, 1, and relax back down. All right, we've got our last one. 3, 2, and 1. If you can, for your last one, we'll stretch those legs out. We've got our last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just lower those hips back down. All right. So from here, we're going to keep that same lengthened position through the spine. We're going to lift those hips up. We're going to keep the bottom knee bent and the top leg's going to be straight. From here, what we're going to do is we're just going to bring our right leg up, and we're going to go into the side kick. So we're going to take the leg behind and then back in front. So leg behind and then kicking back in front. Keeping that nice lengthened position through the spine. We've got 4 more. We want to think about keeping that heel the same height as our hip. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Just lowering that leg back down. We're going to come across and swing the legs over, and we're coming into do our side series on the other side. So we're going to have a lay down onto our right side. We're going to stretch our bottom arm out. Our legs are lengthened out. Almost like someone's pulling your hands and your feet away from each other. And we're going to start, just set up, so we want to make sure you've got your shoulders stacked and your hips stacked. Little butterflies under your waist. So we'll take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, we're going to go into our double leg lift, and then slowly lower our legs back down. So exhale and scoop and lift. Inhale as we come back down. So keeping those hips stacked. You can pop your top hand in front of you for support, or otherwise you can keep it on top of your hips, just for feedback to make sure that your hips aren't rolling forward and back. So I want you to think about a reach away. You're almost more of a reach away than a lift with your legs. So you should think about lifting with your bottom waist. You should just start to feel a little bit of a work on the top waist. We've got 5 more here. So exhale as we lengthen. Inhale as we come back down. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Lower those legs down. So we're going to set ourselves up for our top leg raises. So we're just going to hover both legs off the mat. And from here, we're just going to take our top leg up and then lower it back down. Keeping the bottom leg lengthened and just hop it off the ground. So exhale as we reach, lengthen. Inhale as we come back down. Keeping that spine nice and long. So we want to make sure that we're not curling through the back here. Exhaling as we stretch and lift, and then inhale as we bring it back down. We've got 5 more. Last 4, 3, 2, and last 1. And just lower both legs and have a little breather for a second. The final one in this side leg, we're going to hover both legs off the mat. We're going to keep the top leg up, and then we're just going to lower our bottom leg, and then bring it back up to reach the top leg. So inhale as we lower down, exhale as we bring it back up. I want you to concentrate on making sure we're not throwing your legs up and down. We're going to keep scooped in through the middle and make sure that those hips aren't rolling forward and back. We've got our last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, and last 1. And just bring both legs down to have a little breather. We're going to come into our clams next. So we're just going to bend those knees. We're going to keep our hips stacked. Heels are going to be together, and we have our knees, heels in line with our hips and our shoulders, and knees bent at 30 degrees. So we're going to exhale, squeezing in through the middle, squeezing the knee up, and then inhale as we slowly bring the leg back down. Exhale as we scoop and lift, and inhale as we come back down. So we're going to focus on making sure that there's no rotation through those hips. The only thing that is moving is that top knee as it comes up, and controlled as it comes back down. So keeping nice and tight through the heels. And we want to make sure that our lower back is in a nice long position. And we want to make sure that we're keeping our hips stacked, and we've got our little butterflies underneath our waist. We've got our last 4, last 3, last 2, and last 1. So moving on to our circles, we're just going to keep that top knee bent at 30 degrees. We're going to bring the knee in front. We're going to lift the knee up, take it back behind, and then bring it back in front again. So lifting up, back behind, and then back in front. I want you to concentrate on keeping your heel the same height as the knee, keeping your hips stacked. We want to make sure that we're not starting to bunch up, tense up in our neck and shoulders. So keep a nice big gap between your ears and your shoulders, and making sure that the only thing that's moving is the leg as it moves around in the circle. We've got our last 5 here, last 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Should start to feel a nice warming up into the corner of your bottom now. We'll just get our reverse direction to go. So we're going to take the leg behind, up, in front, and slowly down. Kicking back behind, up, around, and back behind. So all the while, the focus here is on keeping that nice stable position through the spine. So I don't mind if you do smaller circles, just do circles the size which you can maintain that abdominal connection and those nice stacked hips. We've got 5 more in this direction. Back behind and then lift. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. And then just lowering that leg down to rest. We're going to pop up onto our right forearm. So you've got the option here. So we're going to keep that same position with the leg. You have got the option to go with straight leg this time, but we've got 5 rounds of 10-second side planks. So keeping nice and strong under the armpit, keep it nice and lengthened under the spine. We're coming up for our first one. So we've got 10 seconds. So keep lengthening through the waist, as much length through the spine as possible. And keeping nice and strong under the armpit, and come back down. We've got 4 to go. And up again. So 10 seconds here, making sure that you're keeping your shoulder directly above your elbow, keeping that length through the spine. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down. Got 3 to go. And back up. So keeping nice and strong, keeping those hips stacked. Got 3, 2, and 1, and then coming back down. Last 2. If you can, we'll try with those legs stretched out, so let them come back up. So you can use that top hand on top of your hip. You can stretch it up on top. I don't mind, as long as you keep that nice straight spine position. 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. We've got our last 1, 2, 1. Back up. So lengthening out through the spine, keeping those hips and shoulders stacked. Last 3, 2, and 1. Yep. So we're going to come into our side kick on our forearms. So we'll keep that right arm down. The bottom knee will be bent. You're keeping that nice straight line from your shoulder to your knee. We're going to bring up our top leg to be in line with our hip. We're going to kick that leg forward and then back. Forward and then back. We've got 5 more here. Keeping that leg up nice and high. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Just lower it. Bring that leg back to center. Lowering back down. All right. We're going to do a little bit of work in a prone position. So we're going to come down onto our tummies. We're just going to start. So we're going to bring our forearms down beside us. We're going to have our the longest spinal position as you could imagine. We're going to keep your hips connected to the mat, and our legs are stretched long. So we're pressing our legs into the mat, nice and straight. So we're going to inhale, and as we inhale, we're slowly going to lift our chest up, lengthening through the spine. And then exhale as we slowly come back down. So inhale as we scoop in through the middle, lifting our chest through, keeping our legs nice and active. And then inhale, exhale as we come back down. So we're here for 3 more. Inhale to lengthen. So think about like someone's pulling your the back of your head out, and then slowly come back down. The last 2. Lifting through the belly button, lengthening out through the spine, and then slowly moving back down. All right, the last 1. Inhale and lengthen. And then exhale as we come back down. All right, so we're just going to stretch our arms out in front of you. We're ever so slightly going to lift our chest up. So we're not coming up super high, we're just going to come into the lengthening position. From here, what we're going to do is we're just slowly going to stretch our right arm and left leg away, and then slowly lower them back down, and then we're going to go to the other side. So making sure that there's no rotation through the hips. And think about, rather than trying to get high, we want to try and get length from the arm and leg. So we've got 3 more on each side. Inhale as we stretch, exhale as we come back down. Last 2 each side. And last 1. And stretching away. And slowly the rest, just resting down, letting all your back muscles relax. We're going to do a second round of swim, but this time we're just going to speed it up a little bit. So we're going to go opposite arm to leg, and then we're going to swap sides. So we're just going to go a little bit quicker. We're here for 10 seconds, keeping those hips nice and level, stretching opposite arm and leg away. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work, guys. We're just going to give our backs a little bit of a stretch. So we're going to have our hips above our knees, our arms out in front, and we're just going to drop our armpits down to the ground, lifting out to this one. Taking a couple of nice deep breaths. And then slowly coming up, we're going to come into a 4-point position now. So we're going to set up for some verticals. So we're just going to bring our knees underneath our hips and our head wrist underneath our shoulders. And I want you to get as much length through your spine as possible. So you want to make sure we're not overcurling through the back. A or over dipping down. So get that length through the spine. What we're going to do is we're slowly going to stretch out our right arm and left leg, reaching them away from each other, and then slowly putting them back down without anything shifting. And then swapping sides. So left arm, right leg, stretch away. We want to make sure that you're not arching through the back, so keep that nice length, and then slowly bring them back in. And then swapping sides. So focusing on keeping both hip bones level, and then slowly coming back. And then the other side. So slowly stretching away. So that position through your back shouldn't be changing. You can imagine you've got your favorite glass of wine on your back, and you know how to spill it up. We've got one more each side. And then slowly bringing it back in. And our last one. And slowly coming back in. All right, so we're going to stretch out our right arm and left leg again. We're going to hold that lengthened position. We're going to keep that right arm and we're just going to stretch our left leg to the ground and then float it back up. So we're here for 10. I want you to concentrate on making sure that you keep everything nice and stable. As you bring that left leg up, I want you to make sure you're not overarching through that back. We've got 5 more. So scooping in through the middle. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Slowly bringing that right arm and left leg back in. And we're going to do the other side. So left arm, right leg out. Keep that left arm stretched away. We're just going to switch our right leg to the ground. And then stretch it back up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just bring the arm and leg back in. We're just going to stretch back into that puppy pose one more time. So hips above the knees and just dropping the armpits down, stretching the arms out in front. Taking some nice deep breaths. Alright, slowly coming back up. So we're just going to finish with a couple of planks. So we're going to set up. So we're just going to set up with our palms going to be flat. We're going to set up with our wrists underneath our shoulders. We're just slowly going to stretch one leg back. Then we're going to bring the other leg back to join. So we're going to keep that nice lengthened position through the spine. You can think about keeping nice and broad through the upper back. We're going to keep our chin in line with the spine. We're going to dip your head down. We want to have it looking just past your mat. So we're pushing through those armpits, pushing through the heel of the palm and pushing through the fingertips. So from here, we're just slowly going to bend our right knee in, gliding it along the mat towards your right arm. Without anything shifting, we're slowly going to take it back. And then our left side. So slowly stretching in our left leg, knee, towards our left arm, and then slowly taking it back. We're going to go for one more each side. So right knee in nice and slow. Slowly take it back. And then our left leg, slowly sliding in, and then slowly stretching back. We're going to hold that plank for just a little bit longer. I'm going to go into some knee taps. So we're going to inhale and bend the knees to tap the mat, and then exhale as we scoop and stretch the legs back. Inhale, bend, exhale, scoop and stretch. We've got 5 more. Inhale, bend, exhale, scoop and stretch. Last 4. Last 3, and stretch. Last 2, and last 1. And we're just going to lower those legs back down. Take the knees out nice and wide, stretch the arms out in front. We're just going to finish with a nice pose. Taking a couple of nice deep breaths. And we're just slowly going to bring the spine back up, and then we are done.